Hello everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day. What if a small cushion rescued from under a car became the first chair of a new dream? Will DJ, Diep and James find their first office today? Stay with us as a warm kitchen turns into a plan, a simple name becomes a promise, and a quiet test. Papers, keys, even a sudden blackout teaches them how to stand together. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. A suit in a warm kitchen and plans change for Diep and James. Steam lifts like a quiet banner. The door hushes behind CEO James and he sets a small cushion on the counter, the kind you tuck under a knee when fixing something under the car. The first glance lands on the soup pot, then the knife, then the waiting meat. Two hands fall into one tempo. One cuts, one seasons, breath steadies, heat climbs. If a single evening can carry a whole week's hope, how much can this one table hold? Registration is complete, he says, voice low but sure. Papers in a day or two. The bulb hasn't changed, yet the room is brighter. Oil shivers, garlic speaks. The talk wanders to scouting an office, then folds back to what's right here. The gas flame, the induction plate, the wood oven making shadows dance on the wall. A simple report arrives like a blessing. Mum's in the city and has taken knee to play. Somewhere not far, a child's shout rings against sky, and the sound threads beneath the clatter of bowls like a cheerful bass line. I can breathe again, Diep says, half to herself. I'm still sick, but she can't feel it. She nods, eyes measuring the size of the future inside this small kitchen. The company's name is still unspoken, but the idea of a shared professional home stands beside the stove like a steady friend. Wind scratches at the porch and finds less to do. The pot draws a soft border between the day that was and the one arriving. The knife slows. The seasoning lands like a ritual. When did work begin to feel like prayer? After the rhythm of board and blade, talk loosens and drifts toward Haki, the four-legged friend who walked childhood all the way to the day of leaving. Memory pulls like a rubber string, soft, taut. The porch has a space that no shoes will fill. They stand in it anyway and keep cooking. At the market, Diep saw a black and white dog with calm eyes, already bought, kept at home, coming tomorrow. The choice does not replace memory. It builds a gate so memory can pass without snagging. At the threshold, a cat circles, testing the scent of meat, mapping itself to corners and feet. Tomorrow, they will ask neighbors if it belongs to anyone. If not, maybe this is the cat that chooses them first. What if naming things is how a home makes itself real? James says. He wipes the knife, sets it down. The cushion sits near the stove, harmless and waiting. A missing cupboard will arrive later. The kitchen will finish by degrees, no magic. Only hands, breath, patience. Outside, a motorbike rolls by. Inside, time does not hurry. If tomorrow brings one more tiny set of paws to this floor, can we keep the pace gentle? They fold their hands before sitting. A short prayer that suffices. Thanks for the evening, a blessing over food. Chopsticks rise, air eases, bowls meet the table with small, sure sounds. Diep says the name at last, soft but steady. DJ, Diep and James. Simple and exact, the kind of name you write without looking twice because your hands already know the letters. It wasn't born today. It merely stepped forward. Shared worry, shared work. James smiles and lets roles reset. She takes the lead. CEO James handles smaller tasks, not concession, proximity. Cook just enough. Avoid waste. Diep says, half a kitchen note, half a policy. If we run a house this way, we can run a firm. He nods. The restraint of cooking flows into operating logic, the lines that keep a business from wandering. A goal sits within reach. When the firm finds its rhythm, the house will be finished, not for luxury, but to serve both sides well. Which corner should become the office? Which window gives light without glare? Which desk keeps the back straight when the day stretches? Small decisions decide the long road. A soft draft slides under the door. Spoons tap bowls like a shy metronome. Somewhere at the edge of thought, hard news lingers and does not vanish, but it yields the center to a new order. Prayer, a name, habits that hold. Diep glances at the cushion again and laughs. This small square is still carrying grease from the car. She wipes it clean and sets it on a chair. The prop finds a second life. For the office, she says, first seat test. The reframe clicks into place. Support under the car becomes support under work. What else in this house can shift roles without losing itself? They plan tomorrow, between bites. Morning, tour 2 locations, maybe 3. Noon, a chalk line on concrete to imagine the first desk. Afternoon, call the sign maker, ask for simple letters, no gloss. They keep it concrete, one prop at a time, one form at a time, one promise at a time. James sketches an address on the back of a receipt. Diep tucks the slip under the cushion, amused at her own neatness. Do we dare to want more than enough? James asks, not fishing for comfort, just opening a window. If I show up tomorrow, what door actually opens? Diep lifts the pot lid and lets the steam fog her glasses. Enough is our floor, she says, not our ceiling. The cat noses the threshold again, less timid now. The room narrows to faces, breath, hands. A table becomes a stage for the smallest courage. She picks up the cushion, tests its softness with her palm, then places it on her chair like she means to stay. The prop has weight now, not heavy, honest. At last, she leans back and exhales. DJ, she repeats. The 2 letters are small, but they carry. When we sign the lease, we'll bring this in first, she says, tapping the cushion. Then the kettle, then the files. James studies her face as if a tiny weather change just crossed it. Warmer, clearer. The 70% reveal sits gently between them. They are not trying this, they are doing it. The mystery that remains is only the shape of the road, and roads reveal themselves one corner at a time. Night gathers at the windows, the bowls empty. The pot's whisper cools to a hush. From somewhere down the street, a child's laugh skims the air and finds them. Diep smiles and gathers the chopsticks. James stacks the bowls. The cushion waits on the chair, already chosen for tomorrow, already holding the outline of a new day. On the tabletop, a small circle of light refuses to shrink. It does not promise easy, it promises open, and they accept. Morning arrives honest and blue. The house wakes to pans drying upside down, a kettle on low, and a short list taped near the door. Diep tucks the folded receipt into her pocket and lifts the cushion. She presses its corner once, like checking a pulse, and smiles. James laces his shoes by the threshold. They do not promise each other anything dramatic, they just go. Street air tastes like metal and bread. Scooters comb the lanes into thin silver lines. At the first location, a staircase leans steep, the kind that keeps its secrets on the 3rd step. The corridor smells of rain and old paint. A window faces east, forgiving and bright. The room is rectangular, narrow at the end like a held breath. The landlord speaks in numbers. Diep listens in angles and light. She lays the cushion on the floor and sits to feel the room at knee height. James watches her measure without a tape. "Desk here, not flush against the wall," she says. A kettle there where the cord won't cross the walkway. Files by the window but not in the sun. She speaks as if the furniture has already arrived and simply needs to remember its places. The landlord hesitates. He looks at James when he answers questions. He calls Diep sister and James sir. Diep lets him finish, then turns the conversation so he has to face her. Short questions, clear math, a calendar note that shows her plan. She catches his eyes once, then again. The room stops judging and starts listening. We can pay this, we can grow here. At midday, they climb down without signing. They want a second look at a side street near the canal. The second space opens like a clean page, fresh plaster. A door that swings true. Power sockets where hands would reach for them without turning. The windows are shorter, but the air moves. Diep sets the cushion in the middle and kneels. On the floor, you can hear a room's heartbeat. It is steady, not loud, certain. The broker calls the owner, voices tangle. A scooter backfires outside. James reaches for the pen, then stops. He lets his hand fall back to his side. Diep keeps her eyes on the room. She counts her breaths. 1, 2, 3. "What's our risk line?" she asks, not to be dramatic, just to name the edge. They review the numbers as if they're reading a recipe. Rent, deposit, signage, 2 chairs, 1 desk, a second-hand printer with a stubborn tray. Enough to open, enough to serve, not to decorate, not yet. Afternoon bends and tightens. The owner arrives wearing careful shoes and worry. He looks at the cushion first, puzzled, then at Diep's face. He is kind but slow to trust. Questions pile, proof of registration, first quarter plan, who signs, who guarantees, the air thins. We've waited this long, we won't be sent home by doubts. Diep stands, her voice is steady, then it hardens by 1 degree. "We are DJ," she says. "Diep and James, papers are on their way. You can call to confirm. We will keep this space clean. We will pay on time. We are not guessing. We are building." Silence. A long one. The owner looks at James, then back to her. Something shifts. Not dramatic. Real. "Give me 1 hour," he says. "I will check the registration." They nod. The hour stretches. They carry the cushion to a nearby tea stall and sit shoulder to shoulder on a bench that remembers other backs. Steam curls from 2 cups. James says nothing for a while. Diep closes her eyes and hears the kitchen from last night. Chopsticks, bowls, a prayer that fit in 1 breath. If it falls through, we try again. If it opens, we own the next step. At 50 minutes, the phone rings. The owner's voice is brisk. Confirmation received. He will meet them at the office. Bring an ID. Bring the deposit. The bench releases their weight like it was waiting to. They walk back faster than they came. The street is the same street, but the air is different. At the doorway, the owner holds a simple contract. No gloss, paragraphs that make sense. He points to the signature line. Diep does not rush. She reads once, lips moving slightly, then nods. "Ready?" James says. "Ready," she answers. The pen feels heavier than it should. She signs first. Short strokes, clean letters. The owner watches her hand and seems surprised by how sure it is. James signs second. His lines echo hers, not bigger, not smaller. The owner shakes their hands twice. The room chooses them back. Short sentences find the space. Keys. Receipt. Water meter. Breaker box. Then the lights flicker. One buzz, two. A thin pop from the ceiling. The room blinks and goes dim. The owner curses softly and steps to the breaker. Nothing. He frowns and touches the switch again. The lights do not return. Heat builds under Diep's collarbone, not fear. Friction. She turns, moves the cushion to the doorway where the light is still a thin white sheet, and sits again, hands on knees, breath counted. She looks at the owner with the patience of someone who has nursed a fever at 3 a.m. and knows what steady means. "We'll open the windows," she says. "We'll start with the desk layout. We can call the electrician at 4. We only need daylight today." Her voice is quiet, firm. The breaking point passes and does not break them. The owner exhales a laugh he didn't know he was holding. He opens the windows. Air walks in. The room brightens without bulbs. The crisis was small, but it was real. They found their tone inside it. Work begins, clumsy and perfect. James draws chalk lines where the desks will live. Diep tapes paper labels on the wall, files, kettle, client chair. She writes DJ on the door's inner edge, small and discreet, the way you write a name on the inside of a book you mean to keep. The cushion finds its place under Diep's chair. She presses a palm to it. The prop is no longer a rescued square, it is a welcome mat for the work itself. Toward evening, a scooter hum grows in the street. Footsteps climb, a shy knock. Nye peeks around the doorframe with hair full of wind and a story already forming. She sees the chalk lines in the single chair and laughs like a bell. "Is this our office?" she asks, hands on the door, eyes bright. "It is," Diep says. The answer is simple, exact. Nye walks circles on the chalk, counting squares like they are islands. She finds the cushion and presses it with a careful toe. Approved. They lock up together. The key is small but certain in Diep's hand. Outside, the sky turns a deep, gentle blue. Streetlights yawn awake. Back at home, bowls will wait. The kettle will sing. The cat may choose them or not. Either way, the door will open. On the new desk tomorrow, a kettle will arrive first. Then a file, then a quiet, steady name on the glass. DJ, Diep and James. The cushion will hold her weight without complaint. Breath will find a rhythm. And the light on the tabletop will look exactly like morning, even when it's night. Tonight's path was small and steady. A cushion cleaned, a prayer shared, a name spoken. From a warm kitchen to chalk lines on a cool floor, we watched DJ become real, not loud, certain. The light flickered, space tested them, and they chose patience over panic. That's the message I'm carrying home. Beginnings don't need trumpets. They need hands, breath, and a promise kept in the ordinary. If a rescued cushion can become first seat of a future, your next step is waiting right now under your day too. Tell me the moment that moved you most. Was it quiet prayer, the firm signature, or Nye's laugh at the door? If this chapter touched you, tap like, subscribe for the next episode, and share this with someone building something gentle and brave. See you at the kettle, where work tastes like home.